tax notice in the mail, they were beside themselves, not because property taxes are too high, but because the form showed they no longer owned their Westchester County house.
You didn't sell the house?
No.
You didn't put it up for sale?
No.
As far as you know, you still live here?
Yeah.
Paralia immediately went to the clerk's office in White Plains to pull the deed, and when he did, he says he learned his stepmother, Barbara Kessman Paralia, is the new owner. The deed was transferred from Peter to her, but there's one problem. Peter says he never signed this deed, and this signature is a forgery.
I live here with my wife and my 2 kids, 10 and 5 years old. Why would I deed that to my stepmother for free?
What are we going to do? Where are we going to go? We're going to come home one day and the locks are going to be changed.
Forgery is a felony, a serious accusation. So the I-Team paid a visit to Peter's stepmother to find out her side of the story. After a few knocks, Peter's stepmom appeared.
This is a deed here that has Peter's signature.
Sorry, I have no idea.
Peter told us that he believes his signature was forged.
She didn't want to talk.
Is there any way you can help us get to the bottom of this?
With no answers here, the I-Team brought a copy of the deed to Timothy Idoni, the Westchester County Clerk.
The notary stamp looks like it's smudged, which might raise a little bit of a red flag, but probably not to the point of turning it over to the district attorney's office.
Idoni said there is nothing about this paperwork that would trigger criminal suspicion. But now that Peter has denied this is his signature, the New York State Police have launched a criminal investigation. Whether or not a crime was committed, Idoni says this case illustrates the need for more rules governing public notaries, the people who are supposed to certify deed transfers.
If the notary is honest about it, there's usually never a problem.
Last year, New York Assemblymember Latrice Walker introduced a bill that would require many notaries to file copies of photo ID for buyers and sellers. That might help prove those people were actually present to sign.
This will provide a first line of defense for deed fraud.
As it turns out, the notary on the Paralia deed was Patrick Edward Paralia. That's Peter's father, his stepmom's husband. This is his notary stamp. We tracked Pat Paralia down to this Somers nursing home where he was rehabbing from heart problems. Inside the facility, both husband and wife agreed to be recorded, but they gave confusing statements about whether this is really Pat's notary signature.
Was it your signature on this notary?
Yes.
Yes, I think so.
Yes.
Do you remember both?
No, I don't remember signing it.
Yes, you do.
Then why do you think it was your signature?
I don't remember it.
But
Because I was with you doesn't mean I remember. I don't remember.
Well, do you remember whether your son was there?
I think he was there. Well, maybe he wasn't.
Back in the kitchen that's no longer technically his, Peter Paralia says he doesn't believe his father notarized a deal that would leave his grandchildren homeless. And he's convinced this paper is the result of deed fraud.
What would you say to your father right now if he's watching?
What the hell's going on? What are you doing? How could you let this happen to me? These are your grandkids.
Inside that nursing home, Peter Paralia's stepmother told us she doesn't want the house and she wants the deed transferred back to her stepson. Earlier this month, a Manhattan grand jury issued a report calling deed fraud an easy crime to pull off. The report recommended new rules for notaries. Chris Glorioso, News 4, New York.
I just don't know how to say